Good everyone, and welcome to day 15 of our 30 days challenge. Now today we want to look at the foundation. Now previously we said that the beam is going to give the load to this column, and then it's this column's job to send the load to the foundation floor so that these loads can now be spread across a much wider area. That is the essence of having a foundation footing. And take for example this simple powered base that we have now. You bear witness that the surface area of this is much larger than that of this column. So even though everything settles, the earth breathes, everything settles because of a wider surface area of your foundation. The settlement is more controlled, right, and is less subtle than if you just have all your whole building supported by slim columns like this going into the ground. It will have no choice but just to penetrate more into the depths of the earth. But by the time we have foundation footings like this, the load is more evenly distributed across a larger area. So that is the essence of your foundation, to spread the load coming from the superstructure safely to the soil. Now, I talked about bearing capacity earlier, and I said that the bearing capacity is essentially the strength of your soil, and you want to perform a soil test first to know this bearing capacity, because a soil with a good bearing capacity, depending on the kind of structure you're building, you can have maybe 1.2 meter depth of your foundation, because your bearing capacity is good and perhaps the structure is not that big and it's not that heavy. Or whereas you have done your soil test and you found out that the bearing capacity of your soil is actually poor, then you will have to go for other foundation techniques. Maybe you can decide to do a beam wrapped foundation, or you can decide to go for a deeper foundation, maybe a pile, where you see that large holes are being drilled into the soil, essentially trying to find that substrata that is strong enough to carry the building that you want to place on top of it. Thank you very much for staying with us through the end of this video. Remember to comment, remember to like, and remember to follow us through, even as we take structural and civil engineering concepts one step at a time, making them easy for all of us to understand. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.